As the barbaric acts committed by the self-styled Islamic State intensify, the Grand Mufti of Egypt, Sheik Shawky Allam, is calling on Europe to bring the terrorists to justice. Euronews asked the Grand Mufti about his stance on terrorism and the young Europeans who are travelling to fight in Syria and Iraq. Your Eminence, Sheik Shawky Allam, Grand Mufti of Egypt, welcome to Euronews.
Thank you.
هنالك أناس يذبحون اليوم وترفع شعارات دينية.
Today, people are killed in the name of religion. Do you consider the organizations that spread terror in society and in Arab countries have the right to act under the Islamic flag?
منظمات لها الحق بالعمل تحت اسم الإسلام.
Those who observe these acts of terrorism, who take note of how groups such as ISIL, Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant act, and look at their customs, will discover that these organizations have nothing to do with the true Islamic religion. All of the religious justifications given by such organizations conflict with the real scientific standard that explains the fundamental texts of Islam. For this reason, and since the emergence of these organizations, we have said that people must not, under any circumstances, allow the Islamic State qualities these organizations assign to themselves to catch on and become the norm. We've already said that this description is false, and we've called on the media to correct it by giving the title Al-Qaeda offshoots.
So for you, these are organizations which operate under the Muslim banner but don't act according to the commandments set out by the religion.
These organizations don't act on behalf of Islam. Islam respects mankind, civilization and structure, and does not ever call for destruction, massacre or deportation.
Your Eminence, let's return to a subject that's very important on a European level, terrorism. What is your message to those who wish to fight side by side with these terrorist organizations?
We
can detect many dangers when we take note of recent reports which highlight the capacity and number of those who want to fight because they perceive it to be an act of jihad. Their conception is totally different from the real meaning of jihad, which has been established through studies and the scientific explanations of Sharia. What is happening is very alarming for Europe. We hope that European leaders are aware of that. We want them to be conscious of this dangerous problem, because terrorism does not only concern a specific area, but is spreading to every nation.
You ask Europeans to be aware. What action do you suggest they take?
Europeans must turn to institutions which deal with teaching Islamic thought, such as the Al-Azhar Al-Sharif University in Cairo. It's the right path. Institutions steeped in history will offer an explanation and true understanding of the Islamic religion.
And so you believe the legitimacy given to Al-Azhar will have an influence on imams in Europe?
We will attract Europeans' attention, and it's up to them to evaluate the situation. But the reports reaching us are very disturbing.
فضيلة المفتي ماذا عن الفتاوى؟ كيف يمكن
Your Eminence, what do the fatwas have to say? And how can we limit those who inspire young Europeans to support jihad?
الشباب الأوروبي واجبا للذهاب للجهاد؟
Our institution in Egypt and the Al-Azhar University are taking steps to spot ideas that are spreading in the media, as well as calls for violence, destruction and devastation. Our job is to shut down, dismantle these ideas and give clear advice on each topic raised.
Do
you believe these youths are misled for religious or political reasons?
A host of factors contribute to this situation: ignorance, poverty, the need or even desire to assume any of the powers or the influence of a specific political movement. So they appeal to young people. It could also be that some are won over by a particular religious idea, which has not been properly understood. Several very complex factors are in play which require greater study and research.
متشابكة وربما تكون معقدة في بعض الحالات تحتاج إلى عمق في الدراسة وفي البحث.
What is your message to these people?
We condemn all acts of terrorism committed in the name of Islam. We don't recognize these acts and we don't authorize them. Such acts are in total contrast to the reality and understanding of the Islamic religion. And as I said at the start of this interview, any act calling for destruction, murder, deportation and annihilation is incompatible with the true notion of Islam.
Your Eminence, thank you.
المصرية شكرا لكم من قناة يورونيوز الدولية.
شكرا جزيلا.